What is up, everyone? Happy Saturday. Do you have a BMW? You just want it to be dependable. Well, you are in luck because I've created a brand new video series, all the maintenance things that you need to do. Today's video is all about replacing the oil filter housing gasket to keep your BMW leak-free on the road driving. Let's get started. All right, let me give you a quick rundown what we're gonna have to do. We have external 10 here, TORX socket here, and there's one on the back. See that one down there? Where my finger's at? We gotta get that one. First, we gotta take off our oil filter. Disconnect the negative on the battery, it's a 10mm. We have a T20. We're just gonna remove our two pieces here, little guy right here. And then we can just pop it up. Make sure you don't lose this little piece. Now we're just gonna come in here and just pull this guy off. Carefully release. Be careful when you release the tabs. The line is very fragile. I use the socket and extension to release the clip on the power plug to the fan. Now go ahead and remove the T25 on the oil cooler. It's at the bottom of the radiator, so you can disengage this from our fan. So now take a T15 and take out this little TORX that's holding our fan. Carefully pull up on our fan. There's actually a clip down here. You see that clip? It's right here. And you pull out. To remove the radiator fan, pull up at the same time while pressing out the tab that I showed you. It will unlock from its housing. Be extremely careful while you're lifting it out to not break any of the hoses and wires that are kind of wrapped around it. You have to take it out slowly, don't force anything. With the special BMW tool, go ahead and break loose the oil cap and remove the cap and filter. I like to have a plastic bag nearby to keep from getting messy. With an E10 TORX, go ahead and break loose the 3 bolts holding the housing to the cylinder head. Get the bolt underneath the manifold without removing it. You're going to have to use a wobble extension. There's just enough room to put your hand in there to hold the socket while you're breaking it loose. Be careful not to strip it. I find it really helpful to use a magnet to keep the bolt from falling to somewhere where I have to pull the manifold. Now go ahead and break the 2 10mm bolts loose, holding the radiator hose to the housing. Push this in, pull this off right here. Same with this. Push this in, pull that off the sensor. Now this is gonna break loose. There'll probably be fluid. Could have drained it before, but did not. So we're definitely gonna have to get a new pipe. We have one more TORX. Let's try to break this bad boy loose. There we go. There's our bolts. It's loose. Pull this out here. And here it is. Well, this is what causes all your issues. So we want to just clean our area. Use a pick tool to dig out the gasket. Be careful not to damage the aluminum housing. Oh, it is brittle. There we go. Boom. There's our gasket. Clean up just a little bit. Maybe a little bit of carb cleaner. Here's the part number. I bought this off Amazon. It's got good rating, so it'll be fine. Pretty self-explanatory. It only fits one way. We just press this bad boy back in. There we go. Such a difference. Then I got this new bolt kit from Amazon. It's pretty hard to mess these up. We got three bolts for 3 bolts. So we got our surface clean. I'm going to so we want our short bolt over here. This is our long bolt. We'll do it hand tight first. We are going to tighten these 3 bolts to 16 foot-pounds, which is 192 inch-pounds. So I have my inch-pound torque wrench, not a foot-pound. And then we're just gonna go till it clicks. Now this one, we can use a shorter extension. There we go, clicked. Everything is torqued. Remember to hook our sensor, push our piece, clip it in, clip our piece in. I like to put just a little bit of oil on the ring here. Just put a little bit. That's good. Then you can just hammer it a little bit. It'll break it loose, clean off our oil. So we have to put our clip on our radiator hose up here, and we're going to have to replace this radiator hose because this thing is toast, really bad. I'm glad I did this little fix here. Here is a shot of the new aluminum head hose compared to plastic. I'll leave a link in the description. Now go ahead and reinstall the radiator fan. Remember to hook everything back up and put the bolts where they're supposed to go as well. Don't forget to install the T25 for the oil cooler. Bmw concentrate, mix it 50-50 with distilled water, get ready to bleed the system. Open the bleed screw about 4 turns, or you can take it all the way out, it doesn't matter. Fill the overflow until the stopper comes to the top, as shown in the picture. After I filled in the coolant, I'm just gonna take a screwdriver, screw our thing closed. I'm gonna hook the battery cable back up. Remember, it's a 10mm. We're gonna put the key in, key on position. We're gonna turn our fan on, put it all the way on hot, hold the gas pedal for 10 seconds. Our water pump should be, there we go. We can hear the water flowing. It is bleeding the system. Now we're gonna put the timer on for, now our thing stop making noise. Turn the key off, pull the key out. We're going to go over to our system now. Pop our cap up, yep, and we need more coolant in there. So our final stage here is we just gotta pour some fluid until our stopper comes to the top here. And our stopper's at the top. Gonna put the cap on. We're gonna start this bad boy and we're gonna run it for 10-15 minutes and see, make sure that she's running good and she's not overheating or anything like that. All right, let's fire her up. All right guys, so the motor, we've been running here for about 6 minutes. She's purring, she sounds good. This job is completed. That is the end of today's video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you like it, subscribe, because I come out with content every single Saturday is the new schedule. Have yourself a blessed day.